Dad, let me just wear it.
Cam, I bought those sweatshirts for me.
Well, why didn't you buy one for me? Please, Dad. But right now you're just showing that you don't love me.
You're being ridiculous.
Please. Thank you.
Don't think so.
You're rejecting me. And you know what this is going to do to me, Dad?
What?
It's going to lower my self-esteem and my self-worth.
No.
Dad!
Yikes. Am I right? But before we get here, we have to go back to the very beginning. That little girl's name is Camden Grace. She was born on October 12th, 2002, which means, yep, you guessed it, that little baby is now turning 16 years old. Sweet 16 as some of you refer to it. Now I wasn't around back then, but little did I know, 3.5 short years later, that little girl would turn my life upside down. You see, that's when I met this little snack. Isn't she beautiful? Anyway, quickly, we started getting real freaking naughty. You know what I'm saying? Up top. No? Okay. We became pretty much inseparable, and the rest, as they say, is history. You guys probably know the story. We got married, I gained a daughter, Alana gained a son, and we had one more together. His name is Finley, and he's a little monster, but that's another story for another day. This story, though, this story is about Camden. So let's take a look back at how we got here and see if we can figure out how in the world she turned out to be such an amazing, beautiful, kind-hearted girl. I was just a kid. I didn't know how to take care of myself, let alone another human being. And now all of a sudden, I had this little girl calling me Chrissy, asking me to lay on top of her, and tell me she wanted to be called Spider-Man Garcia. Like, that wasn't weird at all. I'll admit, in the beginning, I didn't know if I could handle it. I went from being a 22-year-old kid who just lost his best friend in a car accident to the father of a boy and a girl, basically overnight. Thankfully, the woman who truly saved my life was more than capable of taking care of all three of us. But again, that's another story for another day. Back to Camden. You know, I've always said that Camden and I's bond is just as strong, if not stronger, than a biological father and daughter's, and I stand by that. While we didn't choose the thug life because the thug life chose us, we did choose to be father and daughter. We didn't have to, we wanted to. She chose me, and I chose her. We don't have that inherent instinct inside of us that says, hey dummy, this is your flesh and blood, love them. We had to work at it to become the dopest father-daughter duo to ever live. It wasn't always easy, but it was always worth it, and I quickly fell head over heels in love with this little girl. Along the way, we became pretty close, and I was lucky enough to get to see her grow into the amazing young woman you see today. Along the way, we've made a lot of memories. There was Alana and I's wedding. That was a pretty big one. Or buying our first house. Here she is learning to ride a bike. I don't think she's been on one since that day. And so many first days of school. Yep, Alana still makes her take a picture before each one. Oh, and the holidays. We can't forget those. Especially Halloween. Halloween's always been big with our family. Look how cute she used to be. Not as big as Christmas, though. Christmas has always been our favorite holiday. You're never too old to sit on Santa's lap. She's also celebrated quite a few birthdays along the way. 15 of them to be exact. Let's take a look at a few of those.
Happy birthday, dear Camden. Happy birthday to you.
And when we weren't going back to school or celebrating holidays or birthdays, we were doing what ballers do, yo. We were living it up on vacation. Damn, we went to Disneyland a lot. We watched as she graduated 8th grade and moved on to high school. Yep, we had a lot of good times. And somewhere along the line, she morphed from this into this. Insane, I know. With high school now upon us, some more recent memories have unfolded. She has started dating, and with dating comes school dances. And last but not least, she's turning 16, people, which means she started driving. Can you believe this girl is allowed to operate a vehicle out on the open road? Yeah, neither can I. Okay, enough of the memories. Who is Camden? Like, who is she really? Well, first and foremost, Camden is a girl who loves food. Seriously, nothing makes her happier than snacks. And she throws up the peace sign a lot. Like, a lot. She's extremely smart. She's more street smart than book smart if I'm honest, but very smart nonetheless, when she applies herself. Camden is one of the most kind-hearted human beings I've ever met. At one of our Christmas parties one year, she even collected donations for the homeless. I think she collected like close to $60 from our family and friends. I was able to fill up my gas tank twice because of that. I'm kidding, I didn't use the money to buy gas. I bought a jacket at the mall. But while I probably deserve coal in my stocking, Camden has always been a caring friend. Always there to listen and help anyone in need. The thing I love most about Camden, though, is her love for her family and her brothers. She's the best big sister in the world. Sure, they argue like all siblings do, but the love she has for her brothers is pretty amazing. I don't know how it happened, but it did. We ended up with a pretty amazing kid. We've always been super honest with her, and she's always been super honest with us. Sometimes she's too honest. I mean, she shares everything with us. Sometimes I'm like, go sneak out with your friends. Steal the car like a normal kid. But no, if she did steal the car, she'd just take it to church and come right back. That's why we love her, though. She's just herself, and she's hell-bent on staying that way.
Happy birthday, Camden. I love you. You're the best sister ever. Happy birthday, Camden. I love you.
Oh, and one more thing about Camden is that she can be super dramatic. That reminds me of one more memory that I have where she totally fangirled. Whoops, wrong clip. Sorry, Clintus McGintis, this ain't it. Here we go. This is Camden freaking out over Kaylin and Miles. Jesus Christ, she's dramatic. Look at her. And that, people, brings us to...
Dad, you are becoming ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think anything could have prepared me for how dramatic a teenage girl can be. But we wouldn't change it for the world.
Hi, Booby.
It's your parents. We just want to say we love you and we're so proud of you.
Happy 16th birthday. Only 2 short years until you're 18 years old.
Yep, so consider this your 2-year eviction notice.
Just kidding.
Are we?
We'll see. Anyways, we love you and we're so proud of you.
That's it. That's your birthday video. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. One last thing. I think there's only one way to end this video, and that's with a message from the only man that you love more than me. So happy birthday.
Happy 16th birthday, Camden. I thank you for always believing. My dad says you're a real one. I do have one request, though. Follow in the footsteps of my mom and stay a virgin. I don't want to see you ending up on MTV's Teen Mom. Stay blessed. Love ya.